Welcome to Beautiful Gold TV on a not so beautiful Sunday night. If you're a Manchester United fan, United just been turned over up at St James's Park. Another woeful away performance from United. Started the game very poorly. Newcastle were just, it seemed more up for it in the first 10-15 minutes. You know, De Gea had some difficult saves to make, and Jonjo Shelvey absolutely ran riot in the first 10 or so minutes. Pogba gave a strangely subdued performance today. I don't know what was happening with Pogba, if he was carrying a knock. A lot of people said he was carrying a knock. To me, when he come off the bench and you saw that shot of him sitting on the bench, like leaning back into his chair with his hood up, hood over his head, it seemed almost like he had an illness or like he had a fever. I'll be very interested to see what Mourinho's comments are after the game regarding Pogba's performance. But overall, the performance from United was just not good enough. You know, it was just really, really flat. From Pogba, from Matic. Matic had a really poor game, I thought. No surprise to see both Matic and Pogba replaced in the second half with Carrick and McTominay, although neither really had the desired impact. I don't think you could expect Carrick at his age really to have an impact on a game like that. But, you know, going forward, we looked all right. United looked all right. They created some decent chances. I thought that Martial played a good game. Unlucky in the first half. It was a great save by the Newcastle keeper on debut. His name escapes me now. But he had a fantastic game. Martial had a great chance in the first half to put United 1-0 up. Fluffed that. Sanchez, of course, at 0-0 has a great chance to put United 1-0 up. Split seconds hesitation. And you know, the defender got back to clear the ball off the line and get the block in there. And then United give away a poor goal. Again, Pogba not challenging for the header in the air as the ball comes in from Shelvey. Poor goal to give away, but credit to Newcastle. United didn't take their chances, and Newcastle did. And in football, as the old adage goes, you know, I always find it to be true in football, when you don't take your chances, you get punished. And United just today didn't create enough chances at all going forward. You know, this Manchester United team, for as solid as Mourinho has gotten them defensively in terms of not giving the opposition that many chances, today they were actually quite frail, has to be said. Maybe something to do with Pogba. I don't know what's going on with Pogba recently. You know, his last good performance was against Everton, where he really ran riot. And since then, the Tottenham game and today again, you know, he's just been subdued. For me, strangely subdued. I think he might be confused as to what his role is exactly in this team and what exactly Mourinho's asking him and how he's supposed to execute that. That's just my impression. But either way, he was poor today. He just didn't have his normal impact on the game. Sanchez, I thought, worked really hard. And, you know, a lot of people will give him stick. I know the memes will be made about his miss and the open goals that he should have scored. But I thought he was one of United's best players today. I thought he really worked hard, created some good chances, and he was unlucky, I think, to not get a goal. Martial too was unlucky, played really well. Jesse Lingard was kind of hit and miss today. I thought it was a bit of a 6-7 out of 10 performance, maybe 6.5 for Jesse Lingard. Again, didn't really get himself into positions to make a real impact. Romelu Lukaku, again, striker relies heavily on service. I know there are a lot of United fans who think that his touch is very poor. I happen to be one of them. Not a great fan of Lukaku in tight spaces, and this Manchester United team just do not seem capable of building and sustaining pressure in the last third, in and around the opposition's box, of pinging the ball around and creating periods of sustained pressure where you feel like the opposition are encamped in their not their half but their box and can't get out. This Manchester United team just don't seem capable of doing that. The movement of the ball, the tempo of our play is just not what it should be, and as a result, I think teams are able to increasingly defend quite effectively against us. And so yeah, it was very disappointing. Valencia and Young at fullback. Well, I think Young does his best, and Valencia obviously has been one of our most consistent performers. I think they continue to be liabilities in terms of their ability to get up and down the pitch. Valencia not so much, but Young definitely, and the fact that he always has to cut in on his right foot, I think is something that always slows the play down. Having said that, I thought that they weren't our problems today. Our problems were Jones and Smalling at the back. again, Pogba doesn't challenge for the header for the goal, but the defensive anticipation and positioning from Phil Jones and Chris Smalling is just simply not good enough. And it's getting to the point, for me, it's been at the point for a long time now. They aren't young players anymore. They were purchased 5 and 6 years ago, respectively, by Fergie. They're not young players anymore. By now, they should have developed and fulfilled their potential to a degree. And I think if Jose Mourinho is looking at this team and thinking, I'm trying to build a team to win the Premier League title and to challenge for the Premier League title for years to come. I'm looking at building a team to challenge for the European Cup. I can't see Manchester United winning the European Cup with Phil Jones and Chris Smalling as the centre-half pairing. And I think most Manchester United fans were old enough to remember all of the great Manchester United centre-half pairings going back to Bruce and Pallister, and remembering the great Manchester United centre-halves like Jaap Stam and Ron Janssen in 99, and Ferdinand and Vidic from 2006 right through to 2009 and beyond that. Jones and Smalling just are not in that bracket. They're just not good enough, and they had potential, but on the ball they just aren't good enough. Their possessional sense, they just aren't leaders, and United definitely need to improve in those departments going into next season if they to have any chance of competing for the Premier League. Mata, when he came on, also didn't really make much of a difference. And I think that United, I know Jose Mourinho said that he's not going to make any attacking signings in the summer. Whether that means he's just going to sign a number 6 and liberate Pogba and play Pogba higher up the pitch, liberate him from playing with Matic in the pivot. But I think he needs to really consider bringing in a centre-half or two, because Lindelof also has been unconvincing. Eric Bailly is the one centre-half United have where you think, yeah, he's really United quality and he can be a world-class centre-half. The others, Rojo, Lindelof, still kind of up in the air about that and not convinced, if I'm being honest. But cover for Lukaku and another option, maybe not cover, but another option for Romelu Lukaku, I think. Because on days like today, he just looked like he could have been playing for 2 hours or 3 days or 3 years and he wouldn't hit the back of the net. At the end of the day, United, the tempo of their play was just not good enough. They were really slow in transition. They didn't get the ball up the pitch quickly enough. They weren't able to hit Newcastle on the break and get in behind often enough. Oftentimes, it was just a second's hesitation that prevented United from getting in behind. And created some chances, but not enough. At the end of the day, Martial also had some great chances in the second half, but United just never seem to have those periods where they are creating chance after chance after chance in a game, where they're just carving teams open. And Newcastle, to their credit, they defended really well, and they took their chance when they came. And as a result, I thought they were worthy winners of today's game. Disappointing result for United, but the league is over anyway. I think best for United is to move on, take the positives that they can take from this game. The fact that they did create some chances, the fact that Sanchez is looking like he's able to provide more service to Lukaku, and that they seem to be building up some sort of understanding. And Mourinho's got to sort out whatever is happening between Pogba's head and sort out Matic and move ahead to next weekend's Premier League action. And then, of course, Sevilla away in the Champions League. Not this week, but the following Wednesday. So, United just got to move on from this, focus on the positives. Good win for Newcastle, credit to them. I know that the Geordies will be enjoying this result tonight, so it'll be a party up in Newcastle. But as for United, very, very disappointing day. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, where you thought United could have done better or worse, and how you think United can improve in the next game. That's it for Beautiful Goal TV. See you next time.